the re-election of Barack Obama was God ordained. When I heard this, immediately my ears perked up, and I sat back and I continued to listen to these monkeys. And it is completely surprising, the utter insanity when it comes down to the Afro-American Negro and one Barack Hussein Obama. And because of the fact that you Negroes are so ecstatic over his re-election, somehow you savages seem to believe that this means that your time has finally come. Somehow you equate the re-election or election of Barack Hussein Obama with you Negroes arriving to the promised land. And since this is indeed the mentality that I would say over half of you savages who voted for Barack Obama hold, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to stay on you Negroes. I'm going to ride you Negroes. I'm going to stay on you like white on rice. And at every turn, I'm going to document for you just how much of a slave you really are. Just how much of a buck dancing, bow jangling, carp eating, catfish frying, watermelon slicing, church attending, Negro slave the majority of you are. And what's going to happen in my up and coming videos is that each video is going to center around the theme of the complete and utter insanity of the Afro-American Negro. A Negro who continues to vote in record number for a political party and candidate who I've said in other videos have shown they don't care anything about you. And the reason why I can't really accept your adoration and love for one Barack Hussein Obama and Michelle Obama as being authentic, I'm going to tell you why. But before I do that, allow me to say this. My dislike for Michelle and Barack Obama has nothing to do with their color of their skin. My disagreements or my disapproval of one Barack Hussein Obama centers around issues. This is the reason why I disagree with him. I believe that life begins at conception. I believe that abortion is murder. I believe that marriage should be between one woman and one man. I don't believe that for every social ill that stalks black America, there has to be $1 billion entitlement to try to fix it. I don't believe in continuing to pour money into the Department of Education to try to educate these savages when it's clear that you can't educate them. These are just some of the basic fundamental problems that I have with one Barack Hussein Obama. It's all public policy, and we can debate this all day and all night. I don't dislike him because he's a black man. Likewise, Michelle Obama. I don't dislike Michelle Obama because she's a black female. I have a problem with Michelle Obama simply because of the fact that when I look at the overall condition of black women and how black women, when you view the landscape, the degradation of black women in America, 90% of it self-imposed, yet you have the first black female sitting in the White House with a bully pulpit to where she could at least address some of these issues. And she remains silent. And it's black women who defend her. But yet and still, this is the reason why I have a problem with Michelle Obama. It has nothing to do with her being a black female. It has to do with her utter silence on issues that are important to black women. So, you Negroes can't cast me in that light. I don't dislike him because they're black. But on the other hand, you Negroes, that's the only reason why y'all like him, is because he's black. And I can't really take that as sincere, because black women just the other day, just yesterday, black women were putting on the pedestal the Nicki Minaj's and the Keisha Coles, dysfunctional, nappy-headed black women who exemplify the basic behavior that 75 to 80% of all black women exemplify. So black women naturally gravitated towards the Keisha Coles, and her mother, by the way, and placed her on a pedestal. But now all of a sudden, y'all done leapfrogged all of the other in-between variables, and now you got Michelle Obama on a pedestal. And see, that's too far of a jump. Keisha Cole, Nicki Minaj, Michelle Obama. Hey, come on now. No, I'm not going to let you black women have that luxury of being that big of a hypocrite. Because if you black women really appreciated Michelle Obama, and you really thought that she was an example, a beacon of light, someone, a positive role model, then you black women should clean up your act. Yeah, because she met Barack in law school. As a matter of fact, he approached her, according to his own book that I know you Negroes didn't read, but when he approached her, she had turned him down time after time after time until finally she gave in to him because of his persistence. And she went out on a date with him. They went and had ice cream, chocolate ice cream. He kissed her and he tasted the chocolate on her lips. According to him in his own book, again, I know y'all ain't read that because y'all ain't read nothing about this guy. But she met him in law school. She didn't meet him in some strip club. She didn't meet him standing in line getting her monthly allotment of food stamps. She didn't meet him at some bar or in line while he was buying some 40 ounce. And she didn't buy dope or weed off of him. So I can't let you sisters have a past. All of a sudden, Michelle Obama is my girl. And yeah, well, if that's the case, then you should be decent when you're in public. Like she is. You should wear clothes that fit your body type. Like she does. If you really embrace Michelle Obama, if you really want to place her on a pedestal, then mimic her behavior, you nappy-head bimbo. See, I can't let you black women have that kind of a past. But it's just not y'all. It's these brothers too. All these nappy-head Negroes who run around talking about Barack Obama, that's my nigga. Yeah, Barack, yeah, my president's black. Well, wait a minute, brother. If that's the case, and you want to place Barack Obama on a pedestal as a beacon and an example, then pull your pants up. Like he does. If Barack Obama is your example, then wear a belt like he does. Go back to school. Get your GED. Go to college. If you can't find a job that's in your field or a job that you want, at least you can go to school. And stop running around with pants hanging off your ass, being a social misfit, a social deviant, you know, a cultural buffoon. If you're going to embrace Barack Obama, then at least you should embrace what he exemplifies. He can put together a sentence with subject-verb agreement. He doesn't speak with ebonics, Negro. See, this is the reason why I can't let y'all have that pass and to believe that, you know, y'all all of a sudden are so upright and outstanding when we know damn well that y'all not. Everything about you Negroes is hypocritical. So this is the reason why I have a problem with y'all. But you know what? I'm going to let y'all have y'all moment in the sun. Because, see, I understand that this is the American system. The election was held. The American people spoke their mind. Ain't nothing we can do about it now. We got this fool for the next 4 years. But I'm going to tell you something. And you Negroes listen to me and listen to me closely. I'm going to ride you Negroes. I'm going to stay on you Negroes. I'm going to be on you Negroes like a pit bull. At every turn, I'm going to be standing right there holding a mirror to your black bubble-headed face, showing you your cultural hypocrisy. And the fact that you Negroes run around here talking about you a Christian, and you embrace Christianity or Islam, you run around here talking about you a Muslim. Yeah, some Muslims who's just as foolish as these Christians. And y'all sit back and y'all embrace this guy, even though his policies and his platform are diametrically opposed to both of your holy writings that you claim you believe. Now, before anybody sits down and decides to send me a message telling me that there is no God, and we're not talking about that. I'm not talking about the merits of does God exist. I'm dealing with what these Negroes say they believe, and that's Christianity and Islam, and the holy writings that were produced. Sure, we can have a conversation. We can talk about the Council of Nicaea. We can talk about the councils that took place to shape the 66 books that went into that Bible. We can talk about the role of the Catholic Church in shaping Christianity. We can talk about the fact that some of those books were removed. We can talk about the fact that Jesus couldn't have been his name because at the time he allegedly walked the earth, there was no letter J in the alphabet, and that was included later. We can talk about all of that. But that's not what we're talking about now. We're talking about how these Negroes embrace a religion that teaches them to be morally upright and to conduct themselves like civilized human beings, respecting themselves and others. And you Negroes are the exact opposite of that. And the fact that you went out and 93% embraced this candidate and his party platform is proof. And this is the reason why I'm going to stay on y'all. But you got to stay tuned, because there's a lot more to come. I haven't even begun with you Negroes. Trust and believe that. Because, hey, like I always say to y'all, it is what it is.